Disassemble of system unit.
First, loosen and remove screw of the side cover of system case. Second, disconnect and remove all the cable connected to all components inside the system unit. Third, loosen and remove screws of the hard disk drive. Fourth, loosen screws and remove power supply unit. Fifth, loosen screws and remove CPUS heatsink fan. Sixth, remove memory and computer processing unit. Seventh, loosen screws and remove motherboard. hard disk, or hard drive. The major storage device of the computer system is the hard disk or hard drive. Unlike the RAM that stores data temporarily, the hard drive stores information, files, and other documents permanently as its main function, and also allows the retrieval of data, but it is non-volatile. Data is not lost when computer goes off. Power supply unit. Just as any electronic device needs electrical power to function, so as the system units components, but the components do not work with the power from your wall socket, so the computer power supply unit receives the alternating current AC and converts it to a control direct current DC for the components to function. Computer fan. A manufacturer can also decide to put in more than one CPU fan or case fan during operations by the computer. The CPU produces a lot of heat, and heat could always cause damage to your computer. That is why the CPU fan is put in place to keep the CPU under the required temperature. Computer processing unit CPU. The CPU is a hardware component responsible for all operations that is carried out in the computer's system, which is why most computer users refer to it as the brain of the computer, and it is held on the motherboard by a slot. The CPU or processor has two main components, which are the control unit, CU, and the arithmetic logic unit, ALU. The CU extracts instructions from the memory and executes them in order to control input and output devices, while the ALU carries out the arithmetic and logical processes. Random access memory. RAM. RAM is the main memory of the computer system, whose main function is to store data temporarily. It allows data to be accessed easily by the CPU based on the fact that data is accessed randomly in no specific order. It also speeds up the computer's operations because of its ability to allow random access to data. The bigger, not in physical shape but in capacity, the RAM, the faster the access to data by the CPU. RAM is volatile, meaning it works or stores data while the computer is still running and loses all data when the computer goes off. Motherboard. The motherboard is the main internal hardware component of the system unit. The board is called mother because it has all the connectors to the other hardware components of the computer system. This means that all input and output I/O devices have their connectors on the motherboard. It has a socket for holding the central processing unit CPU or processor with heat sinks and fan mounting location as very close to the socket due to the huge amount of heat produced by the CPU, especially high-speed CPU during its operations. Assemble of system unit. Put the motherboard inside the system unit and tighten screws. Put the computer processing unit inside the system unit. Put the fan inside the system unit and tighten screws. Put the power supply unit inside the system unit and tighten screws. Put the hard drive inside system unit and tighten screws. Connect important wire in every components and make sure put the wire in a compatible places. Put and tighten screws the side cover of system unit.